Hi everyone, it's Mr D here from Classroom Kitchen. Today we've teamed up with Twinkl Resources as it's National Biscuit Day. You can follow the link above this video to download the gingerbread recipe from Twinkl's website. Okay, I'll be going through the recipe on this episode, okay, where we'll be making it, so follow along with my steps. Put a few twists in there as well, a few creative twists. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Send us your photos if you do so. You can tweet them, you can send them on Facebook, and let's see what you guys come up with today. Enjoy. Okay, we're going to put in some flour to start off with. Okay, we're going to weigh in 250 grams of that. So I'm going to get that one in. So 250 grams of flour you're looking for. Okay, then with that, what you're going to do, you're going to put 135 grams of sugar. In fact, before that, what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to put about 100 grams of butter in there. Okay, so put some butter in. Now, you can use a spoon, use a smaller spoon to push it in. So we're going for about 100 grams. So do a bit at a time. It's best to break the butter up, okay, because in a moment we're going to be making some breadcrumbs. Now, we're weighing in grams today. You may have heard of kilograms, grams before. It's a unit of measure that we use. You've probably learned about it at school. So that's what we're weighing in for today's episode, grams. So we've got our butter in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our fingertips and we're going to turn it into some like a golden breadcrumb. So you really, all you're doing is you're rubbing your fingers with your thumb, rubbing your thumb against your fingers to make a breadcrumb. Okay, so now, so we've got our golden breadcrumbs looking like that. Okay, and we're going to place that back onto the scale, set it back to 0, and then with a spoon I'm going to weigh in another 135 grams of sugar. Okay, that's what I'm going to put in, not another, just 135 grams of sugar. Make sure that's set on 0 before you do that. There we go. Get that in. Really easy. Once that's in, give it a mix, okay? So you can give it a mix with a wooden spoon if you've got a wooden spoon with you right now. What else you can be putting in? You can put in some ginger. So you want about 2 teaspoons of ginger in this recipe. So 1, 2, bit extra for me. If you like it gingery, get a little bit extra in there. And then you want a teaspoon of cinnamon too. So cinnamon's more an extra, you don't need to worry about getting it in if you've not got it. We need to put in a little bit of bicarbonate of soda. That's really important when you're making biscuits, things like that. It's going to make it a little bit softer, but it's going to take a lot of those bubbles out, okay? So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to give that a mix through with my wooden spoon. What we're going to next put in there, we're going to put in there some egg with a little bit of syrup in there. Now put some golden syrup in the bottom of this. I've done that earlier today. 3 tablespoons of golden syrup. I've dropped an egg in, and now all I'm going to do is whisk it up. Okay, and as I whisk it, it starts off a little bit tough because of the golden syrup, but actually all that mixture just comes together. Mix it up first, liquefy it a little bit, and then pour it in there to mix it through. So get all of that in. Looks a little bit like a brown liquid in the middle of our gingerbread. And all we're going to do, we've made a bit of a well there, we're going to fold the flour in the middle there now and start to mix it through. Once you've had a little go at that, put that spoon to one side. I'm going to move this out of the way really quickly too, because in a moment we're going to be getting the dough down on the table and rolling it out. I'm going to have a go at that. All I'm doing is squeezing it with my hands. I've got really big hands. You guys at home, you might have to get both hands in there to have a go. Just squeezing it. And I'm just kneading it a little bit like you would do with your bread mixtures and things like that. I'm trying to get it through to one colour. So it's all the same in shape, all the same in texture, all the same in the colour that we've got. Gets a little bit sticky. That's alright though. Okay, you've got a nice dough mixture. Oh, I can smell that ginger. Beautiful. Really nice. Now what I'm going to do, take a bit of flour from before, sprinkle that down on your table, because we are going to have to roll it out. I'm going to sprinkle a bit onto the ball of dough to start off with too. Get your baking tray ready, rub some butter on it or put some baking paper on it. Okay, and then you can get that to one side ready to use. Okay, so you get a rolling pin at this stage, and you're going to roll it to about, I'd say about ½ centimetre thick. So you're going to roll it one way, probably roll it the other way, keeping it all flat and in shape. As you saw then, it started to stick to the rolling pin, so a bit more flour on the top there. Just rub it over. You can turn it over at that point. Okay, put a bit more flour down on it. Just roll it a bit thinner. So get it to about ½ centimetre thick. And at this stage, now this is where you bring in your little cutter. So if you shapes, okay. So all I'm going to do there is I'm just going to rub a bit of flour onto the cutter. All that's going to do is it's going to help those pieces come out when I chop them. So I'm going to press it down, get it on the inside. You can rip the dough away a little bit to get it out easier. And as you pick it up, it should easily come up off the table. Place him straight down onto your tray, just like that. And if need be, might need a little bit of a reshape. If it's too thin, if it's too soft, you can always roll the dough back out, but you're looking for something along those lines. You're going to scatter them on there, then they can go in the oven like that. Okay, now I'm not going to spend the next 10-15 minutes rolling those out for you. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to finish that off in a minute on my own. Okay, so I'm going to place that back in the bowl for a second, place that to one side. Now, I made some earlier today, so what they're going to do, they're going to come out looking like this. Okay, really tasty little characters. Okay, your little gingerbread men. They're really nice to make, so you can make a few in the oven. Okay, that mixture's going to make about 6 to 8. And then what you're going to do, you're going to decorate them, okay, because no gingerbread men are going to be around with no decorations on them, alright? You can eat them like that, but they're so much better if you can decorate your gingerbread man, okay, and add something to him, alright? So maybe some gumdrops, maybe some chocolates, marshmallows. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to do the classic. I'm going to use some gumdrops, and I'm going to use a icing sugar, okay? So I've put my icing sugar in here already. So get a plastic bag, icing sugar in, do it in a bowl first, bit of icing sugar, a little bit of water, get it really thick, and then put it into a little see-through plastic bag, okay? It now looks a little bit like white glue, okay, that you put in a bit of PVA glue. It's obviously not, it's sugar, it's icing sugar, okay? I won't be putting glue on my gingerbread man, would it? But it works just like glue because it's going to help me to stick things like this on. Okay, I've got some little gumdrops there, some little sweets. So I'm going to put it into a little plastic bag, and in the corner I'm going to snip the corner so that the icing sugar will come out. That's going to help me to just pipe it on. So very carefully, going to snip the corner of the plastic bag, just the corner. Make sure we just get the corner out, and then that way you can pipe it on as you please. So I'm going to put one eye on first. Do the second eye. I'm going to draw a bit of a smiley face on them too. I'm going to do that. Easy as that, okay? So right there, smiley face is on, okay? And then I'm going to put some dots down his belly. That's where I'm going to glue these on, okay? These little gumdrops just for his buttons. And we'll keep it really simple. So you want to make sure that icing sugar's quite thick so that you can do this nice and easy. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put those on. We'll have a purple one, and a green one, and we'll have a yellow one to finish. Just like that. So, hope you've enjoyed today's recipe. If you liked that one, make sure you give us a follow on Facebook or on our Twitter. Give us some likes, share our posts. We've got more recipes on there and more things for you to join in with, lots of activities. Twinkl has got thousands of resources too for you to have a go at. They're free at the moment for everyone who's homeschooling, so do download those and make the most of it. Enjoy, and thank you for watching.